estimated 10% of funds for adaptation actually gets down to the local level, and that is close to a tragedy. We need to make sure that the money gets out there to the communities.
This performance here we were doing, me and my son, sings about our home. Now our home is a coral atoll island. It's in the shape of a teardrop. And it sits in a part where it's really dark blue, the water.
It's not about silver bullet solutions, like once we get enough green hydrogen we can make green steel. It's about the sparks of ideas which inspire people to find their own unique solutions in their own context.
And if you're making these corporations money for putting climate resilience in their games, they're going to keep putting climate resilience in their games. So you kind of have to play their game.
So when it comes to adaptation finance, the main questions of accountability are really, first, are contributor countries providing the money they say they're going to provide? Helen mentioned earlier, probably not. But also are recipient countries following the rules that have been negotiated at the international level?
Carbon credits can actually reduce the cost of electricity to the end user by somewhere in the region of 8 to 10%, so it can really be a bit of a game changer. I think we need to have an open mind, and we need to, not be too purist about some of these things. Not cast all offsets as equally, illegitimate.
We are actively working with the Disinformation Coalition and essentially trying to see how we can do steps better and more across the platforms to reduce the aspect of misinformation.
How are we preparing for what is inevitable in terms of huge shocks? How are we thinking about preparing financing? How are we thinking about the investments that we're making in terms of resilience? And oftentimes there isn't, I think naturally people don't want to think about these unfortunate situations, right? When we think about COVID, it's something that we knew, the industry was talking about it for a while, but people didn't really think it could happen, right? And look at what has occurred. It's the same thing with climate change.